AI engineering is everywhere right now. It's pretty new and way more popular than machine learning engineering ever was. But what's the difference? Until pretty recently, if you'd asked me to define it, this would have been me. Today we're breaking down the differences between AI engineering and ML engineering, what each one actually does, the day-to-day, the skills required, salaries, hiring outlook, and how to choose your path. Let's get right into it. There isn't perfect consensus in the industry on definitions. So for a clear answer, I'm going to lean on someone I trust in this space, Chip Huyen. Chip has worked across ML and AI production systems, taught machine learning systems at Stanford, and wrote books on designing machine learning systems and AI engineering. The way she frames it is simple and honestly the most useful I've seen. AI engineering is building applications on top of readily available foundation models via APIs or self-hosting, rather than training models from scratch. Let's break that down a little bit more. Traditional ML engineering has historically been model first. You translate a product problem into measurable targets, you gather and clean the data, you design features, you train and compare models, and only once you're confident in the offline and online metrics do you ship it into a product. AI engineering flips the order. It's product first. You start with a foundation model and get something out there really quickly. Then you tighten it. You improve the prompts, you add context, you add tool use if it needs to take actions, and maybe fine-tune the model if needed. The day-to-day. Okay, so let's imagine we have two engineers. Alice is an AI engineer and Mark is a machine learning engineer. Alice's day might look like this. She needs to build a customer service chatbot for her company. She doesn't start by training a model. She picks a solid foundation model that already exists, like maybe Claude from Anthropic. She uses the Anthropic API to get a simple chat working where a user can type, "Where's my order?" and the bot responds. From there, she makes it useful. She writes the system instructions so the bot speaks in the company's tone, and she connects it to real company information. That usually means adding retrieval, in this case, breaking the Help Center docs into small chunks, indexing them, and letting the bot pull just the relevant bits for each question. Because this runs in production, she also adds guardrails. The bot shouldn't leak private data or make up policies, so she adds rules for off-limit topics and safe fallbacks when the model isn't sure. She watches latency and costs too. If answers are slow or expensive, she does things like trim the prompt and cache popular answers like the return policy. Mark's day will have a lot of similarities, but also some big differences. He's tasked with making a model to predict fraud on new transactions. He also starts with the problem, but his first stop is the data. He cleans it up, handles missing values, and splits it into training and test sets based on time, so he's always testing on the future. He gets a simple baseline running, something like logistic regression or gradient boosted trees, and checks basic metrics. Then he engineers features that matter for fraud, things like how many transactions this card made in the last hour, whether the shipping country matches the card country, and so on. He retrains, checks precision and recall, and picks a threshold that matches the business reality. Catching more fraud is good, but too many false alarms will block real customers and be really annoying. Because fraud is rare, he deals with class imbalance using weighting or careful sampling, so the model doesn't learn to just say not fraud for everything. Once the model looks solid offline, he deploys it. So here you can see how these jobs are similar, but definitely have a different set of tasks. Alice is adapting a big pre-trained model so a real user gets help quickly, then tightening quality, safety, speed, and cost. Mark is shaping model behavior through data and training, so the system stays accurate and reliable over time. Both ship to production, they just do it in different ways. Okay, so now we have some idea of the day-to-day. Let's dig into the exact skills needed for each role. One thing they share is they will both be coding daily. And if you're looking to build those Python skills that both roles require, I want to tell you about today's sponsor, Scrimba. Scrimba isn't just another coding platform. It's built around these super neat interactive screencasts called scrims. You watch an instructor code, but here's the cool part. You can pause at any moment and take over the exact code in the player. You can edit it, run it, and continue learning. It's kind of like pair programming with the instructor. For Python specifically, Scrimba offers a free, beginner-friendly course with hands-on coding challenges right in your browser, so no setup is required. Or, if you're already a developer looking to pivot into AI engineering, they have a practical AI engineering track in JavaScript designed for developers who want to use the latest AI tech in real projects. This track is great because it's super up-to-date with everything from agents to MCP. It also has a lot of things other courses miss, like deployment and working with multimodal data. I started this course myself and have been really enjoying it so far.
The Scrimba Pro plan offers access to all their courses, the community, and course certificates, and they're offering my viewers 20% off.
Whether you're building fundamentals for ML engineering or jumping into AI applications, Scrimba's interactive approach gets you coding immediately. Check them out at the link in the description. There's a ton of free content to get you started. Okay, so besides coding, what else do you need to know for these roles? For AI engineers, you need to understand the landscape of foundation models. Which ones are good at what? What are the trade-offs between GPT-4, Claude, or Mistral? You're not training these from scratch, but you need to know their strengths and weaknesses to pick the right one for your use case. You also really need to understand context. RAG is probably the most common pattern you'll see right now, although that might be changing soon. You need to know how to chunk documents, embed them, store them in vector databases, and retrieve the right pieces at query time. You can also augment context with agents by building systems that can use tools, make decisions, and chain multiple steps together. And MCP, or Model Context Protocol, is Anthropic's new standard for connecting models to external data sources. Evaluation is very important as well. You need to build evaluation frameworks, create test datasets, and measure things like accuracy, relevance, and safety. For machine learning engineers, the math foundation is a lot more prominent. You need a much stronger background in calculus, linear algebra, and statistics. You'll also need to get deeper into the algorithms themselves. You'll need to understand the inner workings of traditional algorithms like linear regression, as well as more modern deep learning techniques, and when to use each one. You'll need to understand common challenges like overfitting and class imbalance, and feel confident debugging the model when it isn't learning properly. In my experience, machine learning often feels like a bit of an art. It's possible to do everything by the book and still get a bad result, and intuition is often required to figure it out. It's not as deterministic as other engineering disciplines. But regardless, both roles need solid software engineering skills, since they will be building production systems that real users interact with. That means version control, testing, CI/CD, monitoring, and all the other engineering practices that keep systems running reliably. Now let's talk about the job market, because ultimately, a job is what we're all working towards. Based on everything we've talked about so far, it probably won't surprise you that the titles are really fuzzy. You'll see AI engineer roles that look like data scientists, machine learning engineer roles that are really a software engineer with some ML knowledge, and every combination you can think of. So ultimately, you just need to read the job descriptions to figure out exactly what they're looking for. The hiring outlook is interesting. AI engineering roles are exploding right now. Every company wants to do AI, and many startups are looking for people who can get something working with existing models right away. ML engineering roles are a bit more established, but also more selective. The big tech companies have mature ML engineering organizations, but they're looking for people who can handle the full stack, from data pipelines to model training to deployment at scale. Degree-wise, both would benefit from a master's or above, but both can also be done with just a bachelor's and a super solid portfolio. For AI engineering specifically, I've seen people break in with strong portfolios showing they can build real applications even without formal ML education. And finally, salary. According to levels.fyi, the median comp for an MLE is $250,000 in the US. For an AI engineer, it's $160,000. But I think this gap is partly because big tech has already adopted the MLE title and salary bands. There are probably many MLEs doing AI engineering work at those higher wages, myself included. The AI engineering title is still new, so the market hasn't fully sorted itself out yet. Regardless, I can confidently tell you that you will make good money in either role. So how do you decide between these two paths? Here are the key questions I'd ask yourself. First, do you like math? ML engineering requires a deeper mathematical foundation. If you get excited about understanding why gradient descent works or how backpropagation flows through a neural network, ML engineering might be your path. If you're more interested in building things that work and the math feels more like a barrier, AI engineering might be a better fit. How do you like to solve problems? AI engineers tend to be more product-focused. You're starting with user needs and figuring out how to meet them with existing tools. ML engineers may be more research-focused. You might be trying to squeeze better performance out of models, often on problems where the solution isn't obvious. What's your timeline? If you're trying to break into this field quickly, AI engineering might be your fastest path. ML engineering typically requires more foundational knowledge up front. Either way, both fields are growing fast, both pay well, and both are working on some of the most exciting problems of our time. You really can't go wrong. Just pick the path that matches your strengths and interests. If you want more details on developing the skills for these roles, check out my roadmap videos in the description. Thanks to everyone for your support, and I'll see you next time.